Welcome to another episode of Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. I'm your girl, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. Thank you so much for tuning back in for part 2 of yesterday's episode. Now, this is Wonderful Wednesday, and we're about to get into it. But before we do, I want you to get involved. I want you to ask questions. I want you to leave your comments and subscribe to my channel because we have a good time over here. Okay, so let's get into this cocktail for conversation. As y'all can see, I have the same glass. But I decided to make something now. Like always, I haven't tasted it, and I'm a little nervous. So I decided, because I've never had limoncello, I decided to make a limoncello mimosa. So what I did was I took like 4 ounces of the mimosa that we had yesterday, the Seven Daughters by Taraji P. Henson. It's really, really good all by itself. But I added a little kick to it. I added like 1 ounce of, no, 2 ounces. 2 ounces of the limoncello and 2 ounces of vodka. And I topped it with a cherry, but that thing then fell on to the bottom. So we're about to see what this thing tastes like. I hope it's not too strong, and I hope it's still delicious. But I have a strange feeling. Oh, y'all can see that cherry at the bottom? Just sitting there chilling. This is delicious. This is a winner. It's a winner chicken dinner. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. Oh, slow down. Dangerous. All right, I'm gonna put that right there. That limoncello is nice. Why y'all ain't tell me? Oh my goodness. I know I can make me a bunch of cocktails. I had to get the cherries and sticky and all like things on my hands. Okay, before we get into it, let me tell you something. If I have to eat food with my hands, I got to have a napkin on hand because I'm going to constantly be doing this. I do not like my hands to be sticky. I do not like stuff. It just bothers me. So, like I said yesterday, Camille comes out on Thursday, and the digital copy and the digital copy is available that Friday. They're both available on Amazon. If you want, or if you would like an autographed copy, then you can direct message me on my Instagram page at Mimi Michelle Novels, and we can correspond there, and you can pay me. I'll tell you the ways to pay, and I will ship it to you. And you can have an autograph copy. All right. Let's get this party started. Let's get it started. You know, I saw Cut Close on social media. They were in a concert. Hey, ladies. You know, because I'm a thick girl and you weren't thick your whole life. I've been thick my whole life. I've just been a smaller, thick. Even when I was in my tip-top shape, full of muscle and flat stomach, I wasn't no real thin girl. You're gonna have to wear a spank, okay? And your vocals, you already sang nasally. If you really, really want it. I know you probably don't have like the right sound, man. I don't know if you still tour, but I felt very bad for you. Okay. Was that petty? I'm sorry. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Now, this right here, we're going to get right to it. I'm sick of this shit. Take a look.
And another thing, I hate
Whoever did your hair. Yep, I hate him too. I'm not sure if you asked to look like an avatar, or maybe you asked for some hieroglyphics right above your eyebrows. But we need to get this lady's shop shut down and her license revoked. Everybody involved.
He said she looked like an avatar. Wish she did. All them what's this squiggly do? I am so sick of baby hairs. I'm so over it. I'm so done. I'm so over baby hairs. They're baby bangs. They're not even baby hairs. Because I still wear baby hairs. Now, I didn't lay my edges down today because I just shampooed my hair. As y'all can see, I just colored it. And when you put all that edge control in your hair, it gets flaky. And I break out from edge control. But I'm like, I'm so sick of them squirrely cues. And that was a good old wig. If that's what you got to do to hide the lace, then just don't. Plug it out and just kind of smooth it back. That ain't cute. He right. Fire the hairstylist. She's probably her own hairstylist. It just ain't good. It just ain't cute. I don't like it. And that's just as bad to me as bonnets in the street. Yeah, I believe that you should not wear a bonnet in the street either. If you're traveling, I don't believe you should wear pajamas in the airport. There are so, and I wear pajamas on this show, right? But there are so many pajamas, unless you get like some super cute ones. You leave your fluffy house shoes at home, get you some flip-flops. There's a decorum, there's a class that we as a people used to have when we went outside and when we traveled. You know, back when I was growing up in the good old 70s and the 80s, we wore sponge rollers. And my grandmother said if you got to wear your sponge rollers to have your hair cute for the next day, you need to have on a nice little scarf. And that scarf had to be cute. You know what I'm saying? And when the curl came out, because I had one briefly, sometimes people would come outside with their curl caps on, which is now the caps we use for conditioner. They call them a curl cap. Okay? And people would come outside with that, and my grandma said, not you, not mine. No, you don't. Or they would have like I used to have my curl, like I would part it down like this, and then I would put the two little braids on the side, and I would have my curl busting out in the back, but then I wanted to put that pick in my hair, and my grandma was like, no, not mine. Let me tell you, my grandmother was fly. She was fancy. She didn't play no games. She had the baddest hats. She had the baddest clothes. And she was like, not mine. Let me see if I can fix my hair back. But yeah, my grandmother did not play them games. And, ooh, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Get into it. I decided I'm not ready to be gray. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for the line of demarcation. If you don't know what it means, let me explain it to you. So when I did the big chop a few years ago, if I would have never colored my hair platinum, I probably would be gray. But because I colored my hair platinum, then I colored my hair blue, then I colored my hair back red, then I colored my hair just like this natural like hazelnut brown. And then when them grays come in, and they come in strong, you got this line of demarcation. You know, like the old people we used to look at when we was kids, and they would be gray right here, and then this would be black. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for all those tones. That's why when I tried to do my hair purple, it didn't work because it turned my ends like a black. Because I knew it was going to happen, and what I did was I just bleached just a little bit in the front. So I'm not ready for it. And the only way I'll be ready for it is if I do another big chop, and I don't see that in my future. So probably when I donate my body to science after I'm going to be with the Lord, my hair gonna be red. This would have even been good with just the limoncello and the mimosa. And I didn't want to put, now let me say, I could have put some simple syrup in there, but mimosa is already sweet, but not Taraji's. And I think that's why I like it. I probably could have put a little orange look. There's so many things I could have did with this. And I'm going to sample, because I'm not going to drink that whole thing, and I'm going to throw a little something in there and see what it do. All right. What's up? What's next on the agenda? What we got next? What we got next? All right. So, out of the mouths of babes. Take a look.
Boy, what is wrong with you?
Mama, I need some Viagra.
What? What the hell do you need Viagra for?
Isn't that what you give Daddy when his shit won't get hard?
That baby say, ain't this what you give Daddy when his shit won't get Now, I don't know if that's AI, or I don't know if it's real, but it's still cute. That baby was like, I need some Viagra. He said he needs some Viagra, because he had diarrhea. Imodium AD, I forgot, it's a name that for the medication that kind of like Viagra. I don't know. Anyway, Imodium. That's probably what he was talking about. Imodium AD, but he said Viagra. But that lets you know kids be listening. Kids hear everything you say. You might not think they paying attention, but they are. Oh yeah. It's good. Kids hear everything, and then what they do, they know the answer. They want to see if you're going to lie to them. So they ask you questions, waiting on the answer. And then if you lie to them, they lose respect for you, and that's when they start lying to you. So I tell the kids the truth. So if you don't want me telling your babies the truth, don't let them stay with me. Hashtag, I'm just saying. What's wrong with these kids? Take a look.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the car now.
No, I'm not going.
Hey! Get out of the car.
I need to get back to Earth.
Get out of the car.
Go back to Earth.
Watch out. Don't move, man. Don't. All right. Stop. 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 Get out of JIL 7562, black actor, headed towards Mary Chilton.
Now, first of all, let's switch things up. If it would have been my child that ran over me, they'd have pulled me out that car so fast, they would have tased me, all sorts of things. They wouldn't have cared if my car was in drive or whatever, because she ran over her mother. What does your mother do to make you run over her in the garage? And they said it was a small argument. And then she bagged up and took off. I wouldn't have had no opportunity to take off. Your cousin Henry wouldn't have had no opportunity to take off. They'd have snatched that Negro right out the car. You understand what I'm saying? The rules don't apply. They're not the same. And once we get that under the realization that the rules for other people, and not just white people, just for other people, period, they do not apply to us. She needs her A-whoop for running her mama over with that car. And then she kept saying something to did she say I got to set her free? She must have been on the good drugs. Did she take some shrooms or something? I don't know. But the Bible says that family will turn against family, child will turn against parent. We are in our last and evils, honey. And I hope that mama was okay, because they said she was still alive, but she said she couldn't feel her legs. She couldn't feel her legs. This right here was funny to me. Take a look.
Gen Z doesn't know how to write a check. They don't know how to address an envelope. They don't know how to read cursive. They don't know how to read a paper map. They can't get anywhere unless there's a GPS map on their phone. All I'm saying is if Gen Z takes over the world, it's going to be pretty easy to get it back. We're just going to write our battle plans in cursive on a piece of paper.
If that was meant to come across as funny, it did not land. A, somebody had to teach us how to do those things, and forgive my youthful ignorance, but wasn't that your guys' job? I don't know. And B, you could say the same thing for an increasingly digitized technological world that our parents and grandparents' generation don't understand how to live stream or set up a Zoom call or do online banking or log into our email addresses or code a website or market products on social media or a
Okay, so I guess the little girl saw the comedy skit and got a little upset. Cause you hear her saying, but y'all, somebody had to teach us that. And to a certain degree, you're right, especially when you're talking about like cursive writing and things of that nature. We had that discussion last week, but we can't really teach y'all nothing. Because y'all listen to respond, y'all don't listen to hear. And when you talk about my generation, because I know you're talking about my generation, because the comedian looked like she was about my age, okay? 54, about to be 55, and proud. And it's almost less than 2 months. I'm so excited. But don't sleep. We know a lot about social media. We know a lot about promoting online. We know more than you think because our generation, we're sponges. We're the last generation that had to take care of ourselves. We're the last generation that were latchkey children. We're the last generation that had to make ish happen. We're the last generation that had to have a wish sandwich, meaning I wish I had some meat in between them 2 slabs of bread. We are that generation. So don't sleep. Now, it might be our grandparents, but hell, both my grandparents are gone. All my grandparents are gone. But if you got somebody in their 80s, and some of these 80-year-olds know how to work them phones, don't sleep, don't trip. So don't say that. Y'all the ones that's lost. Y'all the ones that are lackluster. You guys are the ones. Some of you can't even read words, and I'm going to post that, where they give these little cue cards or these index cards and they tell them to read the information and they can't. Because they just letting these kids just slide through school. Now, that's going to be somebody's pilot. That's going to be somebody's doctor. That's going to be somebody's bus driver that's driving your kids to school. Hashtag, I'm just saying. Now, this last thing, this is so me. Take a look.
Who the fuck takes their birthday off? Is this like a Gen Z thing? Millennials? Who came up with this? I mean, work is work, dude. Wednesday is Wednesday. Fucking lock in.
Yep, sir, that would be me if I feel like it. Now, most times, I don't take off on my birthday. But if you want to take off your birthday, that's all on you. We don't supposed to work ourselves to death. We're supposed to work ourselves to life, and we're supposed to celebrate because it is a blessing to turn another age, to be able to live another year, to go 365 days around the sun just one more time. And because I am a fire sign, the Leo, the greatest to ever do it, if I feel like taking off on my birthday, that's what I'm going to do. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. That don't make me less aggressive. That don't make me less of a great worker. That don't make me less professional. Yeah, you go ahead. If you want to grind on through your happy birthday to you, then that's what you do. But as for me, if I don't take off, I'm going to take off early. And I used to party all week long, okay? Let me tell you the story. It's story time. Are you ready for it? Here we go. So, I used to have like this 5-day birthday party, and the last day would be the finale. But the last time I did that, I ended up married by the end of the year because I met my ex-husband. I met him on my birthday at one of those birthday parties. Then he came to the finale birthday party and he gave me a birthday card. And inside the birthday card, it had $5. And I said, did he think I said I was turning 12? But I was amused. And let me tell you, the key to a man getting a woman is if she grin you in. And I laughed a little, okay? It doesn't matter where the laughter comes from. We like the funny. As women, we like to be entertained. We like to see that you have a personality. But I digressed. So, he came to the finale birthday party. After he came to the finale birthday party, He asked me out a bunch of times. And I kept saying no. Then one day, he stopped asking. This was like a whole month later. And so I was like, I wonder what he's doing. I want to see you when I call. I said, well, I'm coming from the gym, so I need to go home and take a shower. No, I want to just see you now. I said, okay. I said, but I got groceries. I got to go put them up. Fool, I went home. I put them groceries up. I jumped in the shower. I washed the hot spots because I wasn't finna go meet him funky from the gym. Who do that? Where they do that at? And he met me. He picked me up. Well, he met me at this restaurant called Frankenstein's. And it was down the walkway from where I worked at the time. And we sat in the car, and I was like, well, you want to go inside? And he said, no. Red flag number one. Well, not really a red flag, but anywho. And he kept trying to kiss me and touch me. And he, like the octopus, arms everywhere. And I said, oh, Lord, if you just get me out this car. Because he was in a Suburban. Was it a Suburban? Oh, no, it was a Tahoe. I said, Lord, if you just get me out this car, Lord, I ain't never going to see this man again. Well, that was a Monday. Monday night, I told my girlfriends the story. We all laughed. And Sunday came, and my friend Ava, she was like, hey, meet me at the sports resort. And I said, sure, I'll meet you there. But just like me, I've been napping my whole life. That's probably why I still look very young. And I woke up, I said, oh my God, are you still going to the sports resort? She said, yeah, I'm here. I said, okay, well, I just woke up, I'm on my way up there. So I took me a shower, because like I told y'all, I love me a good shower. I went up there, I took me a shower. And when I got there, my girl had a date, okay? I'm not gonna be the third wheel, but anyway. So I called, went into my roster, you know what I'm saying? I went into my good old roster, going through my numbers. Nobody was available. Not even the ex-boyfriend that I was still kicking it with from time to time. He didn't answer the phone either. And the number I saw was my ex-husband's. I said, well, let's see what he says. Oh, yeah, I'll meet you up there. I saw him that day, and we saw each other every day after that. That was in September, like September 17th, September 18th. By October 1st, we were engaged, and by Christmas, we were married. And we were married 7 years. Now, like I told y'all, he was a good husband. No, he wasn't a good husband. He was a good brother, cousin, friend, son-in-law, all the things. I mean, really all the things. He just wasn't a good husband. No, not to me anyway. And he's apologized since then, and we've moved past that. And I wish him and his new wife the whole best. But yeah, that's why I don't have no 5-day birthday parties no more. Want to do it. And sir, if I feel like taking off on my birthday, that's what I am going to do. Because you should celebrate. Now, Prince, the artist formerly known as, he said he didn't celebrate birthdays because he didn't do time like that. Well, your body still felt the time because he had to have a hip replacement. Well, he didn't even get the hip replacement, I don't think, because he was Jehovah's Witness and he didn't believe in that. So, yeah, your hair thinned like you got older. Man, I'm celebrating. You hear me? Because I am a Leo, and that's what we do. Well, this has been a wonderful episode, and this was really good. And until tomorrow, this is your girl, Mimi Michelle. Did I say my name right? Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. And you have been tuning in to Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. Until tomorrow, I love you. Bye.